Chapter 13. Those who were once laughed at are now to be respected. Not all we are to tell you is doom and gloom, and not all is about punishment, as there is good news for some. Those who have done good works for us and who continue to do so are now to be rewarded. There is to be much joy to be had for many of them. Things that have been denied them before are now to be theirs, as we already told you earlier. There is also to be riches for some, as they will need this for the work they are to do. The only reason they are to have this is to be able to continue their work in ways that will mean they have to spend money to work for us. Not all their expenses will be paid, and so they are to be recompensed for their work. It is to help them, and they are to be comfortable while they do this work for us. Many will dislike they have this money, and will abuse them for it, calling them names and saying they cannot be spiritual beings. We tell you now, the reason they are to have this to help them with their work is precisely because they are spiritual beings. They are of the most spiritual beings of your world, and they do work of the utmost importance. We are aware what they do sounds strange to some, frightening to others, and of the utmost sense to more who understand these things and who have a higher level of awareness. Why should they not have rewards for their work, just as you do and others in life? The difference with the rewards they are to receive is that they are from us to thank them for the work they do and the hardships they suffer because of it. No one of your world can understand what our people are going to suffer for this work. It is not as you all think, and their life is not just a lonely one, but one that confuses and upsets them at times also, as what we tell them and ask them to share is more than a human mind can tolerate. It is only because we are looking after them that they are able to accept these things we tell them, as they are aware of even more than we share with you. It's not an easy job, and one that most of you would refuse to do if you knew just how hard it is for those who do it. In fact, many turn us down at various stages, as it gets harder and harder the more they progress. Because of the enormity of their work, we often take them to much higher levels at a very quick rate. This is because they are strong enough to take it, and because the work they have to do and the words we have to now tell you are of the utmost importance. The people of your world need to be told them and need to know them now due to events to happen soon. Due to this, we have had to rush some forwards very quickly. Time is of the essence to tell you about some of it, so you understand why you read and hear of such badness happening in your world in such escalation. The ones who do this for us are to allow some of you to come with them during their work to assist them. Those who are chosen to do so are to be of the purest hearts also, and will have to be entrusted to help and look after those who are working as hard for us as they are. Their workload is heavy, and there are many of them in the world now doing this for us in their own ways. Each has their own job to do, and each is different to another. They will one day, some of them, meet, whilst others will not. They are all to be helped with their lives in order that everything can fall into place and enable them to work for us with ease. There is to be nothing left that causes them a problem, and this is why they are to have the riches needed to enable this to happen. We call them riches, as this is a word your world understands. It is not the real riches as you understand that come with being in this world with us, but are just riches of your world. Some will have more than others, as their needs will be greater. As well as this, they will be able to enjoy a more pleasant lifestyle than they have had before, due to rewards given for giving us their lives in order to do this work. There are others too of your world to now benefit also, not just those who work for us, but some of you who have purity of heart, as this is time you too now saw the benefits of your work for us in other ways. Your kindness and love to others have not gone unnoticed, and so some of you are also now to be rewarded. These rewards will come in a variety of ways. Some will be better health, enabling you to enjoy a better and easier life, and some will be monetary. Better health too for those who work for us, to enable them to continue for the time they are needed to do their work. There is much jealousy of others in your world, and people who call others by bad names just through their own envy of what another has. They all want what everyone has, and yet many are not prepared to work for it. They think the world owes them so much, and yet they're annoyed at those who work hard and achieve success through their own endeavours. Ignore these people, my friends, for their name-calling cannot hurt you. The way they will treat you means nothing. Rise above it and laugh at them, as they are the ones with nothing. They will have nothing when they come to us either, as they expect it all for doing nothing for anyone. They are the takers of this world. They will have much to learn when they come to us, and much to go through on their return to your world. How joyous life is going to be soon for some of you as these changes start to take place. Rejoice in them, my friends, for what comes to those of you who receive it. This is well deserved. Let your friends and family rejoice with you. For some it will be smaller rewards, and for others much bigger. What you are to receive is dependent on the work you are to do for us. One thing we hasten to say to those of you reading those words, though, is if you do not receive these rewards now, that doesn't mean you are not leading good and pure lives. It doesn't mean you do not have love in your hearts. It means your rewards are to be saved for when you come to us. We realise that is of no help to you when in your world now, but some of you are not yet on the last of your lifetimes there, and so have to wait a while yet. Whereas those who receive the most while there now are also to receive rich rewards when they come to us, but this is their last time on your earthly world. They are allowed to have the last part of their lives more comfortable while they work for us. Do not be envious, my friends, for you know not what it is they go through. You're unable to understand the depth of what it is they do. Rejoice for them and be glad. Know that their work is the purest that can be, and their hearts are the same. Stand up and rejoice. Protect them against those who would try to hurt them. For each time you stand up and are heard to proclaim their goodness, you receive more when you come to us. Gather your riches now by your works whilst there. Help those who work for us by protecting them, defending them, and supporting them wherever and whenever you can. For those who stand up against those who would harm them, and who are heard in public to do so, are to receive the greatest honours and rewards when they come to us. For those who only do it in private, their rewards will be of a much lesser degree. It is a brave man who stands up against the world to defend another. It is a weak man who does it behind a closed door when no one can see him.